All right, and welcome back. This is episode number 27 of Man Sharpens Man. And finally, I have a fucking guest, as I have been promising you. A guest finally has come to you, and his name is Charlie Settles. He is a local comedian and a son of a man and a woman. And other than that, I don't know much about him. But today, Charlie, we're going to learn some more stuff about you that I probably don't know yet. Maybe you'll learn some stuff about me you don't know. This is Man Sharpens Man. I don't even know if Charlie's... How many... Have you listened to any of my shows at all the way through, Charlie? You can't lie on Man Sharpens Man too much.
I've listened to the early ones.
They're horrible. The early ones are horrible. No wonder you
Dave.
quit listening.
I tried to find the one with Dave, and I think I found it.
It's about the third or fourth one.
Yeah.
It's not the best.
And Matt came in on that, didn't he? He just came through.
Oh, yeah, Matt just
That's
showed
pretty
up.
cool.
That was a weird thing. Matt really showed up to pick Dave up to drive him down to Grand Rapids because that's where his new place of residence was going to be. And that's where Dave lives now. Dave went down there to suffer for his craft. He's down there living like a homeless person.
Dave's
He's just down there trying to like live shitty so he can be a better comic. He thinks it's gonna help him. It probably will. It probably will.
It has.
It has helped him. It has. It's helped him.
His Saturday was good.
Yeah, he was funny.
Fun. He's fun to
funny.
watch. I like him.
He's got more energy. He's more lively than he used to.
That's
He's a little
exactly
more
what I
lively.
noticed. Yeah.
He's a little more lively.
That works well for him. That
Yes.
surreal energy
Yeah.
that he has.
Surreal. That's
Yeah.
a surreal name for it, I guess. We're also joined here in the Man Sharpens Man studio by 9 Sphinx kittens that you guys can't see because I don't have any kind of video. I need to get video for this shit one day. See that when I
Get the
started
kittens,
this?
yeah.
I want to get a video camera so people can see it too. When I started this, I said it was going to like progressively get better and better and better, and it has. Look, I got a little bit of equipment. I've gotten better at talking, blah blah blah. But I need to get some video so people can see the insanity that goes on here.
Yeah.
This is
With all the
crazy, isn't it?
animals, yeah, this would be great to see.
Yeah. What's up, little kitten?
You don't see this very often.
No,
I only
these-
see like 2 animals at a time. when
These
I see
kittens are my
them.
muses too.
Yeah.
These are my muses. When I used to do the show out in the garage, Itz was out there, the cat that tried to rip my face off
Yeah.
and kill me. And I would always beef with him because he would meow during the podcast, and I'd think, oh, it's ruined, and I suck at editing. I won't be able to get the meow out, so I'd just record another, and he'd like cost me episode after episode, and I'd get in fights with him. And after a while, I'm like, what an asshole I am. Like, he really made me look at myself. Like, he's my teacher. That cat has been my teacher. Isn't that a weird thing?
It's
You
great.
can learn a lot from an animal, Charlie. Do you have any animals, Charlie?
My parents have a dog named Scout, and that's one of my best friends. So yeah.
Scout?
Yeah.
Oh my
she's,
God, that's the whitest thing about you, Charlie.
She's black.
Oh, a
She's
black dog
yeah,
named
but
Scout.
she has a white ghost pattern on her chest, and her front 2 paws are white. And she is like the queen of my parents' house. She goes there and she's friends, or like when people come over, she's like friends with humans. Like she's more of a human dog than a dog. She's special. Like we were gonna get another one, but then we've had her, and she's enough. Like we don't need another dog with her, cause she's so sure of herself and like smart. I don't know. I love Scout. I try to go to my parents' house all the time.
You need your
just to
own
see her.
animal.
Yeah.
How
I know.
old is Scout though now?
She's maybe 2 years.
Oh, that's a young
Year and a
dog.
half,
That's a
yeah.
young dog. You have a long life
Still
ahead
young,
of us.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a good thing.
She's
Yeah.
awesome. I mean, I would like to get a dog or a cat, but we're gone a lot.
You have been traveling doing the comedy thing. That kind of makes it. It's one of the reasons
I
I've
just
been
don't
able to
think it would
travel with
work.
the kittens.
Yeah, it would be awesome. I love dogs, but just can't do it.
I think we should
My
start
roommate
doing
and I can't work that out. I wish we could.
Oh, he doesn't want a dog?
Well, he wants a dog. It's just we're not there enough.
What does he do for a living? What's his job?
He works at a factory.
He works at a factory.
GT. It's just it's a plastics place in Traverse City. And yeah, he works a lot to support his son. It's pretty cool. He
That's
keeps
why I don't
me
have
in
no
check.
goddamn kids, Charlie.
Yeah,
Do you have
I'm
any
not-
kids?
No.
Don't have none. That shit sucks. All you have to do is pay a bunch of child support. It's horrible.
Yeah, I'm
You don't want to
20.
have no kids.
No,
No, it's not. Don't have accidental kids. Those are bad too.
that would
On
be,
purpose kids,
that would be
accidental kids.
horrible.
Every time I have a friend right now that's pregnant. She came over today. God bless her soul. But every time she talks about being pregnant, I kind of want to be like, oh, I feel so bad for
Yeah.
you. Because it sucks. No
I
one
mean,
wants a kid.
I don't know. It can be a great thing, but I would no.
It cannot be a great thing. It's going to grow up to resent you.
You mean
You're
like always? It's
crappy.
never a great.
Donald Trump is
Okay.
president. Chairman Fat over there with his
Yeah,
missiles
true.
he's launching around. That Korean motherfucker. What's his name? Yao. Kim. Kim is his name. His name is Kim something. Kim Jong-il.
Yeah.
Kim Jong-un.
Yeah.
See why he's so mean is because his name is Kim. Like a boy named Sue. Remember how mean he is from that old
Yeah.
country song? A boy named Sue. This boy named Kim is pissed off that his name is Kim. I'm
Makes
telling you,
sense.
that's what it is.
Makes sense.
And have you noticed the thing with dictators and fucked up haircuts? He's got a fucked up
Yeah, he's got
a
real
bowl cut. Is that all you can get? A rice bowl cut? See, what I think is he's a rapist.
Oh well.
Because
I
this is
mean,
why I think he's a
that's what-
rapist.
Yeah.
He wants to look unappealing, but the women can't say no to him, so he wants them to not enjoy sex.
And you see him. He's got all those beautiful women around him.
That's what I'm
and
saying.
this
He's the
shit,
kind of
like,
guy that likes the woman to not enjoy sex. Like he intentionally has them not enjoy it. He's that kind of guy.
You got down. You got right.
Yeah.
You boiled it right down.
I know how he is, Charlie. I can tell dictators. I've had to deal with some dictators before, being in prison.
I'm
That's
sure
part of what my
they're all
show's
like
about too.
that.
Prison. I always bring up prison on my show, Charlie. I don't know if I tell you that. I don't always bring it up like intentionally, but I always talk a little bit about prison because it's some funny shit. People like to hear about prison. It's some funny shit. There's funny prison stories I got. Prison stories galore. There's some funny shit that happens in prison. And the people are obsessed with prison. Have you seen how much prison is on TV?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
You watch any prison shows?
No, but I know people that do that.
Yeah, they watch them all.
Crazy.
They obsess over it,
They
don't
keep
they?
them on. Yeah.
Yeah, they just watch it 24/7.
Yeah.
It's like just catch a case, go rob a bank, take a chance,
Yeah.
and then if you get caught, you can go have some fun. You can go live the life that you're watching on TV. I do not
Yeah,
know why
it's like-
people watch it
it's
so
Grand
much.
Theft Auto.
I cannot believe it's so interesting. When I lived in there, it was boring as shit.
Well, it's interesting because it's outsiders looking in, not in. When you're inside, it's probably
Yeah, it's a little bit boring.
yeah.
It's not really boring. It's just kind of weird. I never bothered. I was never bothered by it. I always had fun in there. I always enjoyed myself. There's no women. That's what sucks. There's no women, Charlie. But you do have a lot of fun. It's like a boys' club. You get to just hang
Yeah,
out.
I knew you.
Big
I was
crew.
gonna say.
Yeah, it's like a boys' club. You just get to hang out, be a goofball, light your farts on fire, wear big clocks as medallions and shit. Just try to be a goofball. It was nice. When I was in there, you were allowed to express yourself more, though. You could wear your own personal clothes. They had it set up nicer. Now they've taken a lot of shit away, making them wear state blues now. Can you believe I can wear my own clothes when I was in there?
Tobacco.
You can't smoke now either. I could smoke cigarettes when I was in there, and I did love smoking. I used to smoke. Can you believe I used to smoke?
I can.
You could have
I
a
think
lot
about
of
it.
shit when I was in there. You could have a hot plate. You could
What's
have
that?
tea, like to cook on in your
Oh,
cell.
that's cool.
Yeah, isn't that
that's
crazy?
dope.
So you could
Yeah.
cook on your own thing. You have a TV. They'd let you order rugs from J.C. Penney, so you could put a bunch of nice rugs in your cell.
Yeah.
Walk around barefoot. Like, isn't that crazy? Like, that's why they were pissing people in the world off. They're like, look at these people and they're living good.
It's too nice. It was too nice.
You should have
for
seen my
what-
hillbilly mom, though. Like, we're allowed to get our clothes, right?
Yeah.
My mom brings me up. She goes to Walmart, buys me some clothes, like she used to in the free world. It's like, okay. So I go to pick up my clothes. She sends me a bunch of shit with Looney Tunes on it. Like I'm still a kid. I mean, I went in when I was 17, but like, Mom, I know you still look at me like a kid. Is like I'm thinking, but I don't want these motherfucking inmates
Yeah.
looking at me like a kid. Like half of them are pedophiles.
Yeah.
You're trying to dress me up with a fucking big lollipop and a propeller on my fucking head. I don't want this shit, you know?
Yeah.
But that's what she's trying to be mom and sent me these clothes and it's like, oh my gosh, fucking come fuck me outfit or
Yeah, I
something.
can't
I'm not
wear
wearing
that
that
shit.
shit in there. No, but she used to try to send me little clothes and stuff. It's like, because I went in when I was 17, so my mom still thinks of me as a kid, you see, but it wasn't like that. You know one of the biggest mistakes I first made when I went in there? Is I showed this guy a picture of me and my mom, like in the visiting room, and like the way he looked at it, he's like,
yeah,
you look just like your mom. I was just like, I learned a valuable lesson that day.
Yeah.
Don't show people a picture of you next to your mom because they start to get that female association.
Hmm.
A lot of gayness in there, Charlie. A lot of gayness.
Oh yeah.
I never succumbed to the gayness, just so you know. Not that I have anything against gayness. I just think the ones that go to prison, like straight people that go to prison and then decide to be gay, there's a little bit of weirdness to that to me.
Oh yeah.
You gotta admit, that's
That's
weird. Like, that's judgeable.
I don't know if you've seen this show. What's it called? Fuck, it's about a lawyer and this dude that gets in trouble for this this girl died, and it's like a
Does he go to jail?
yeah. He goes to jail
And
and he
then
starts like
decides to
smoking
be
crack
gay?
and shit. And no, he doesn't.
Oh,
There's this one dude that killed himself because of that. So the dude's friend that was in jail while the dude was watching TV, that like he was forcing this kid like basically to give him head, this dude. So he slit his throat while he was watching TV out in the lobby. Let me find what it's called, dude.
that's
I
why
don't
people are
watch shit like that.
That's why
but
people are fascinated with prison. There is weird shit like that goes on.
That's the
in
one
there.
thing I've watched, like regarding that was really really good.
Used to have this guy in the unit. His name was Silky Smooth. He just walk around in a robe and shuffle around in his little house shoes. He was like our
Yeah, you
unit
told-
rapist.
yeah, you
Yeah,
told me
Silky
about that.
Smooth. Yep. Didn't want to get Silky Smooth on your ass as a young boy.
Yeah.
As a young boy. You know what's weird? I went in there at 17, Charlie. You remember what it was like to be 17 in school? How many people
Like
wanted to
2
fuck
years
you?
ago.
Not very many, right?
No.
Now, if you went to prison at 17, guess how many people would want to fuck you?
Yeah, it's like the opposite. Yeah. It's the night of.
They all would.
That show's the night of.
The
I'm
night
sure
of.
you probably
I haven't heard of
wouldn't
it.
like to watch it, but
I mean, I don't care. I don't like bother. I
It's probably
don't
boring.
not watch prison shows, but I don't purposely watch them. Like I like the funny ones. You know, like The Longest Yard. You ever watch that?
yeah.
It was like
with
a
Adam
movie.
Sandler,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. It was a movie about prison football. I love that because I used to play a lot of football in prison. So like that movie appeals
Yeah.
to me. Like it's fake. It's got a lot of bullshit, but it's got some good stuff in it.
I'd
It's
like
got some
this
real
one because it
stuff.
was like both sides, like, and there was like the whole case and everything.
Oh,
of,
like during
the
the
lawyer
trial
trying
part.
to get the lawyers, and they had a switch of the lawyers and shit like that and all. It was great. I didn't mean to go out of my way to watch like a prison show, but that's the best shit I've seen. It's called The Night of.
Is it
for
real or is it
listeners.
a made up thing?
It's written by
Oh.
it's just
Written is
fiction.
still good. Written
Yeah.
is still
it
good.
was written well. It was written real well. There's like 3 parts to it. I don't know. I just thought of that. That's
You know what? It's crazy. I don't want to put it down too much, but one of the great disservices that were done by media is then putting like Law and Order and CSI and shit like that. You want to know why?
Huh.
Because it puts a false idea in people's heads of what they think they're going to get when they end up going to court. Like
Yeah.
you find yourself in trouble and you're going to court and you think you're going to run into something like what you've seen on TV, where you like get like a fair chance to kind of speak your mind and shit like that. It doesn't happen. It's
Mhm.
all a bunch of weird stuff. It's all like you can almost not even understand what they're saying half the time.
Mhm.
Like they don't get that big long speech at the end the flamboyant lawyer gives to like sum everything. That doesn't happen like
Yeah.
that. Nothing ever It doesn't happen like that at all. Like I went through the trial system. It is not what you think. It's not what you think. That's the one thing. Like TV make people have too much faith in
Yeah,
the
well.
judicial system.
They have to, I guess, for the entertainment.
It is.
Like, it's pretty awesome in the movie watching like a lawyer give a badass speech, but
It is. It is not how they really are.
It's
It's not how they really are. They don't have the passion. They don't have the
Yeah.
passion to defend you that they show in TV.
Mhm.
Like no lawyer chums up to his client and is like, "I'm gonna defend this guy." You know what my lawyers like? My viewers, all or 4 of them or however many or whoever But the thing is, I went to prison for something I didn't do. But a lot of people they don't realize my lawyer wouldn't even fucking believe me. He thought I was some kind of psycho that was lying to him even. He's like, "Come on, man, take the plea bargain. You know you did it." It's like I didn't do it. It's like it's not like in TV where he's like, "I'm gonna defend this innocent man." It just
Yeah.
doesn't happen. They don't give a shit. They're just trying to get their check. That's what they're. I mean, I'm not talking like all lawyers, but when talking criminal defense, once the cop arrests someone, they pretty much decide, this is cut and dried. You know what the conviction rate in Michigan is, Charlie? Like 97% or something. Like I'm totally making that number up, but I know it's in the 90s. Like if you go to trial, you pretty much will be found guilty. Because look what you're going to be found. Look who's going to be sitting on in your jury box. 12 people off the street. We just stood on the
Yeah.
street, Charlie. Did you see those people that walk by?
Yeah.
12 of those fuckheads are going to be the people that aren't paying attention, thinking about their school lunches or whatever they got to do later. Like, they don't even pay attention. Like, when
Yeah.
you're watching a movie,
Those
you can
jury-
miss
jury
one
duty.
big fact and fuck the whole movie up, can't you?
Oh yeah.
And we're
That's-
good people. We're
that's,
pretty smart.
That's people think when they
You're sitting through a trial as a jury, you could miss
if
one
you're a
little
witness
fact.
or if you're a witness or something, People have a lot more faith in what they think they remember than what they actually remember.
Oh,
Because
hell
like apparently,
yeah.
like you're not remembering the event. You're remembering your last memory of the event, and it's never like, unless you're like different in some way. I think people have a lot more faith in what they remember
Yep.
than
Only
what they actually
some
do.
people have that weird
Yeah,
memory that keeps
they're
a
like
lot of
photo.
facts.
Yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
and different people have different levels, different levels. Like I have a super good memory, but I fucked up a few times. Like for a long time in my life, I was lying like a motherfucker. I used to lie and lie and lie. Tell
Just gotta
people I
keep
met Boss
track.
Hogg. I never met Boss Hogg. It turned out I met J.R. Ewing. I found that out later. For
Yeah.
years, for my whole life, I tell people that I met Boss Hogg one day. You know Boss Hogg from Dukes of Hazzard? You don't know who this is. Charlie
I know
doesn't
Dukes
know
of
who
Hazzard, but I don't
Boss
know who
Hogg.
Boss
You know
Hogg.
who Boss Hogg is, man? Oh.
I get looks because a lot of the people are way older than me. They'll say something, and I'll be like, I don't know that, and then people will look at me like they want to punch me or something. Like Ben Max the other day, he said something, and I was like, Nah, I don't know who that is. And he just shook his head. He's like, I want to punch you in the face right now.
Well, sometimes
Like
it's a
joking.
wasted joke. It's
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
It's a perfect
Yeah,
joke
exactly.
and a perfect reference.
I understand.
And you haven't
why-
done your
yeah.
research.
Yeah.
We're just gonna have to make you bone up on a bunch of old shit, Charlie.
Oh, well, I'm okay on the old shit, but not the in the middle of shit.
Mediocrely old shit.
Well, not me, but like the in the middle stuff. There's a lot of shit I haven't seen. I've tried to explore the like classics as far as comedy first, but I need to get there, and there's a lot of space in between that I haven't researched enough of yet.
I have watched a shit ton of cartoons.
That'll
And that's
help.
about it.
Cartoons are great.
Like that's what I watch. You want two things I watch: cartoons and Science Channel. Because those are the real shit, not
Yeah.
just Science Channel, like Discovery, like a channel that'll teach me some shit. That's what
Yeah.
I watch. Other than that, I don't like TV shows really. I mean, the reason 10 years in prison. I watched a lot of fucking TV.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like I'm burned out on it now. But even in there, I pretty much just watch cartoons
What
and
cartoons?
documentaries. Man, I love every cartoon. I like adult cartoons. I like little kid cartoons. Like I can even watch just like bullshit like Dora the Explorer type cartoons and Blue's Clues. I don't even got kids. I can still watch that. To me, that's the more creative type thing than
I understand that
acting.
actually. Yeah,
Because you have to act and you have to like and it's like there's no like presumption of it being real. You know it's fake.
Yeah.
You don't got to get lost in the
That's a pretty cool
this is
thing.
real
yeah.
land. You know, it's like okay,
WWE or something.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool when it's just straight up fake.
totally
I love
fake.
It. Yeah.
It's totally fake. It's just like the TV show you would watch, except it's lets you know it's fake.
Yeah, I like that. I understand that.
And I just never outgrew cartoons.
Yeah.
So now I try to think of some adult reason that I watch them. I think is part of it too, but I never
Some
did.
excuse.
I've never grown out of cartoons, Charlie.
Do you like SpongeBob?
Hell yeah, I like
SpongeBob's
SpongeBob.
great. I think that's a dumb question.
Yeah.
I think most people
Yes.
like SpongeBob.
It's good. It's like that's a dumb like that's good dumb cartoon. I like smart
Yeah.
cartoons too. I like all cartoons in between.
They
I
say
like-
it makes SpongeBob makes kids less smart or something like that.
I believe
That
it.
was going around.
I believe it.
It's such a
Media in
good
general,
show,
the
dude.
whole thing does right now. These little
Yeah.
devices and all this tapping, kids are dumb as shit right now.
Yeah,
They can just
attention
look anything
spans.
up. They all think they're experts on anything because they can Wikipedia a term and know something about something.
Yeah, like desktop philosophers. There's a lot of that kind of thing.
Oh,
and
it's
I'd try-
crazy. It's crazy right now.
That's,
Pseudo-intellectual type
yeah,
crap.
that's like.
That's why I don't try to do smart comedy. You know, like
Yeah,
I'm getting into the
exactly, yeah.
comedy now, and it's like I don't think I'm some kind of smart guy, but I feel like that trying to be smart is the type of shit that got Trump elected in the first place. Because people are rebelling against being smart right now. Like
Yeah.
everyone kind of wants to be dumb because being smart makes you look like an asshole right now. Because most people are just like shallowly smart, just like surface
Yeah.
smart. It's not a cool thing to be smart right now, Charlie.
Thank you. People think they're smarter than they are.
I think that's what it is. Mankind in general, I think just all of us, if we give ourselves too much credit year after year. We're like, oh, we're
don't
smarter
know.
than our parents. But in a
Yeah.
lot of ways, we're dumber than our parents. Like, I look back in time, and we had some tough, rugged, smart people. And, like, I don't know. If shit hit the fan right now, Charlie, I don't know if a lot of people would survive.
We don't know what we're doing.
No. If it goes south, there's
I
some
don't
kind
know
of
what
war and everything gets turned off. There's no phones and no water and
you can
stuff.
fake that, you know.
Oh, people are gonna be so screwed. If it goes like Mad Max style, I'm gonna start me a clan though. I'm ready. After 10 years of prison, I'm a beast. I'm ready. I'm gonna be like a clan leader.
I'll be
Not
in on
clan.
that.
That sounds
It's,
bad. I'm
you
gonna be a
know.
clan leader. Welcome to my first podcast with Charlie, where I open up and tell him about my dreams of being a clan leader one day, wearing the pointy hat of destiny. No, you know what I mean. Like
if the apocalypse is coming, I'll definitely hit you up.
hell yeah, it would be like a Mad Max ass tribe. That would definitely be cool. Look at all these cats on me tonight. Crazy shit. Well, I'm glad you came by, Charlie. I'm glad we got a little recording in. I'm going to keep it kind
Yeah.
of short tonight. We got 25 minutes in, so
That's
glad we
good.
got a little talk in. I'll edit this a little bit, but we'll do this again. Now you kind of got a feel for what my show is.
Yeah, it was fun.
It's
nice
fun.
to see the cats.
We need
nice
to talk about.
yeah.
We need to like set up. Like a lot of times, I used to set up like some stuff for us to talk about. Like
Yeah.
I'd talk about the news or something. Next time we'll have a little bit more to talk about.
That was nice, just free.
Little free
free
conversation
forming it,
tonight. It's hard to tell. Oh, I was also going to tell you, Angulimala. You want to know who Angulimala is?
Oh, yes.
A little bit of education, because usually man sharpens man. I got to do at least a little bit of sharpening of these
Yeah.
motherfuckers.
Sure.
So Angulimala, who Angulimala was, this is an old Buddhist thing, and
Okay,
I
cool.
always identified with this guy because it was kind of like I felt the story was a cool story. Anyhow, he was like a assassin. He just killed people, and he would cut their fingers off. Was one of his things, and wear them as a necklace and shit. Like he had 1,000-finger necklace, and he was just like. So I mean, he's like mythical beast. He's not a real person, but they
Yeah.
talk about him like he's just like this ruthless fucking killer. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Well, he meets the Buddha, and is so impressed by the Buddha, and like he's gonna kill the Buddha. He decides, so he's running at the Buddha as fast as he can, and because the Buddha's so calm, he's just walking along at his normal Buddha pace. But Angulimala can't catch him, and it's like a metaphor for the more frantically you try to get something, the less likely you are to get it, and patience. You know, like the turtle in the hare kind of thing.
Yeah,
So it's like a
exactly like
metaphor
that.
for that. But anyhow, Angulimala can't get him. Well, he becomes so enamored and impressed with the Buddha that he says, you know what, I want to follow you. What do I got to do to follow you? And the Buddha says, you know, just be happy, whatever, do your Buddhist thing.
Yeah.
So kind of turns him out, turns him into a Buddha. So Angulimala, he quits killing people. Well, he joins the Buddha, living at the temple, and all of a sudden the emperor comes to get him one day. He's hunting Angulimala, and they stop at the temple and they ask the Buddha, they say, hey, have you seen this motherfucker that's killing everyone? And he's like, maybe I've seen him, but what if a person like that could be changed? And like, hey, he can't be changed. Anyhow, he says, well, there he is, sitting over the tree, just meditating. So the king's like, well, you know what? We're going to let him be free. Because apparently back then you got pardons like that, I guess. Pretty good system, I guess.
Yeah.
But anyhow, Angulimala, he gets to stay free. He's still a Buddhist or whatever. He's following the Buddha around. Well, anyhow, one day he's helping give birth to a baby. And back then the shit's pretty difficult, you know what I'm saying? So he's helping give birth to the baby. And the woman doesn't look like it's going to make it. Like the baby's stuck in her, like it used, breech or whatever.
Yeah.
Can't get the baby out. Look, Charlie's got pussy on his mind. My cat's climbing Charlie while I'm telling about Angulimala. Well, this Angulimala guy, he says basically, like, you let this baby be born, and he, like, does some kind of prayer and saves the baby. But basically, long story short, it's like just shows that to, like, Angulimala, I don't remember why I was telling you about him, but I like his name.
That's the moral of the story.
That's the moral of the story. Is it kind of sounds like goulash, and I forgot what I was telling you because I'm distracted because my cat's climbing on your head. That is hilarious.
That's
You
the
gotta
only-
love these sphinxes, don't you?
Yeah, this is the only podcast that you'll have a cat on your head.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of we got cats on the mind. People know I got cats. I talk about the cats
Oh,
a
yeah.
lot. Of course
Yeah.
I do. They teach me crap. They teach me a lot about different shit, Charlie. These cats are lesson teachers. These are my
Yeah.
little ajans, my little teachers.
All right, awesome.
They are my
I love
teachers. All right, well, I'll remember why I wanted to talk about Angulimala one of these fucking days. But he's a fucking pretty cool guy from some Buddhist history.
I like Buddhism. Yeah,
I do
that
too.
shit's
You know, when
cool.
I was in prison, a lot of people try to go to God and they search for Jesus and shit like that. I went right to Buddhism.
Yeah, it makes more sense.
They
to
don't
me.
even offer it in there though. Isn't that weird? It's not
That's
like
odd, yeah.
because it's not. They don't have a service. Buddhists don't really have like a church day.
It's not about, like,
There's no
the-
Sabbath.
There's no like money.
There's no
that
prayer.
much,
There's no money.
doesn't
There's
seem
no
like there's that-
donations. So they don't
there's
have a
like
service
money
in
to
there.
it, yeah.
Yeah, it's all about Catholics, Christians, and Muslims in there. They don't have no Buddhist thing. It's a weird thing, isn't it?
It's weird.
I think
mean, it
it's
helps
because
you-
they understand it would make people happy, and they
Right.
don't like people to be happy. That's one of the things
'Cause it's-
fundamentally
yeah.
about America. Do you know when they first were taking America over, then they came over here and they seen the Indians over here? They looked at the Indians and the Indians had no ownership. They weren't greedy.
Yeah.
So the first people over here said, "Hey, we got to make these Indians greedy, or else they'll never survive." Like that was said by a wise man. Like I'd have to look up his name right now, and we're running short on the podcast time. But seriously, a wise guy. Like, goddamn, I wish I could think of his name. But anyhow, he basically, to sum up, paraphrase what he was saying, is he was on the side of the Indians, and he's like, "Hey, these guys have no sense of ownership. They have no selfishness." He said, you know, he went and talked to one of the tribe's leaders, and the leader of the tribe was like, "Hey, no one in our village has more than anyone else. No one is jealous of anyone else's house. No one owns land." And he's like, "If we don't teach these Indians how to be greedy, greed is the, I don't remember what he said, like the thread of humanity. Like greed is what drives humanity." And the Indians didn't understand greed, and that's what got them wiped out.
Jeez,
Pretty
there's
sad,
a lot
huh?
of that.
That's pretty fucked up, isn't it,
It's
man?
fucked up, but
Some
I guess
deep
it's
shit.
how it is.
It is how it is. You gotta be
It's
greedy.
not fair, but I
It's
mean,
not fair.
not that you have to be greedy, but
It'd be nice to be able to go back to that
It's
not
just that-
greediness, wouldn't it?
it'd be great.
Can you believe there was a time when there was some people that weren't greedy? They didn't own shit. You didn't own a piece of land. You weren't like, "This is my little farm."
Nice
They were just
and
like,
simple. Simplicity is great.
Simplicity is great. But that's why my podcast is great, Charlie. I keep it simple. I keep it
Okay.
short and simple. We're going to call this one a wrap. Number 27, Man Sharpens Man, with my host, Charlie Settles. Say bye, Charlie.
See ya.
See ya.